In this North Carolina Healthcare WebEOC training video, we will review the operations of the activity log and sharing records through the significant event process. To access your activity log, click on your control panel and select Activity Log at the top of your control panel. The activity log is a board that is designed to mimic something close to the ICS 214 form, or what we're typically using a notepad in your Emergency Operations Center to document key actions and events and decisions during any given incident. Notice that this says Activity Log for Alamance Regional Medical Center. Today we're using the Alamance Regional Medical Center as our demo, but it's important to note that this is a position log or activity log specifically set to your position. This is intentional because data entered into this activity log is not viewable by other members on WebEOC unless you select that it should be shared with others. To create a new record in your activity log, click on the Create button in the top right-hand corner. From here, the first question that is asked is record sharing. By default, it is set to activity log, which means only individuals in the Alamance Regional Medical Center can view the record. Hospitals have the availability to mark it as a hospital significant event, which basically puts a flag by the record saying this was a very important incident or event in the middle of your incident. Also, if you click on statewide significant event, this is the opportunity to say this is a very important event and you want to share it with all users on the Healthcare WebEOC system. It is important to note that anything selected statewide significant event is visible throughout the WebEOC system and will be shared on a copy of this board on the North Carolina Emergency Management WebEOC system. Hospitals may choose the Hospital Significant Event button, but that only still remains visible inside of their hospital. For this first demo, we'll select on Activity Log. It automatically selects the date and time based on when you opened this record. However, you have the opportunity to go in and change the date and time if you're doing historical documentation. The next question is a categorization option to select what type of event type are you trying to document. You may not have an event type, or you may have something that you want to share. For here, we're going to mark this as a bomb threat, for example, only. You have the availability to prioritize these incidents, low, medium, high, or flash, and those show different sets of colors on the dashboard as we look at them here in just a minute. Details is where the meat of your information goes, and this is where the message that you want to save should be typed in. So from here, we're going to add some details. There's a bomb threat in the emergency room. You have the ability to put in an address and a location. We're going to put an address in here for demonstration purposes so you can see how this process works. You need to type in the full address. Once you do, you will click on the map button to the right of that, which will then open up a map window and zoom into, as best as it can find, the address that you selected. We selected 1514 North Church Street, Greensboro, North Carolina, but I would really like for that point to be right here. So I can click on that to move the dot right there. This gives you the opportunity to put the dot directly on top of a facility. Additionally, you have the ability to freehand not just a dot. You can use lines, you can do polygons, or you can do circles on the map. And this is your opportunity to create those maps. From here, I'm going to click on the Save button. And you have the ability to add a label for that. So we'll call this a bomb threat. So when it is shown on the screen, it makes sense. Here you also have the ability to add attachments, so we can go in and add an attachment from ours. I'll just add an initial attachment there, and it automatically puts a point of contact and a contact number. This is being pulled from your initial login screen, although you have the opportunity to change it if you are doing documentation on behalf of someone else. Once you complete the form, you click on the Save button, and that will take you back to the screen. You can see the information is listed here based on what you entered a little while ago. Notice on the right-hand side you have a Files. You have an icon that will give you the ability to download the file that we uploaded. You also have the ability to click on a Map button, which will then open up the overall map and again zoom into that location that you had selected. I'm going to click on Cancel in the bottom right-hand corner to get back out of the map and go back into my activity log. Now there are a few things that you can do here. You could go in and you could create a new record if you chose to do so. However, on this one I would like to update this because if we've recorded a bomb threat and we've marked that as an activity log, that was just our opportunity to document that it happened. So now we're getting an update from the emergency room, and we're going to say a suspicious has been found. We are coordinating with local law enforcement. So because we have now actually found something that is a little bit concerning, I'm actually going to change this to a hospital significant event so that we can say, yep, there is a little bit of a problem here. We want to flag this as a concern. You'll notice that the original message was moved down into the record history, and now I only have the ability to put in new details there. So I'm going to click on the Save button. And you'll notice that it updates the screen overall. It has both the original message, which there is a bomb threat in the ER with Alamance Regional Medical Center and John Doe at the time and date that I entered it. We then have the ability to go in and see the latest updated information that is put there with, again, a new date and timestamp. And you'll notice it has now gone in and changed the record type to Hospital Significant Event. If we then want to go in and clear this, we can go in and edit and say the package has been cleared, no more concerns. So you'll see that this gives you the opportunity to document each of the actions. So we've done this through the updating of that original record, and what we found best practice-wise is if you have a message that goes with a previous message, sort of an update to a previous thing, it's important just to go ahead and find that original message and update it so that all of that information is put together. But here we'll go ahead and create a new record. We're going to call this a statewide significant event. We're going to say flooding, and we're going to mark this as flash, which means it is the highest priority. Our emergency room is flooding. We are on diversion. So that's something that we would want to share statewide. So we'd click on the Save button. And then you'll notice that that new record automatically comes into the top there, again with the date and timestamp overall. There are a few things in the top left-hand corner. So you have an opportunity to view, and it says all or my entries. We give you this opportunity because you may be doing documentation during the day and your partner may be doing it at night, both as the Alamance Regional Medical Center. You may want to view just the things that you personally entered. Remember, you'll see anything here that was entered by the Alamance Regional Medical Center position, but this filter gives you the ability to just see my entries. Next, we also give you the ability to view this by type, so you could see just activity log entries, just hospital significant events, or statewide significance events overall. So if I choose hospital significant events, it should filter it just to be able to show the event that we talked about, the bomb threat earlier. I can come back and click on the All button so that it comes back to show all of the records in the activity log for the Alamance Regional Medical Center. A few more features of this board. Under the Actions item, you do have the ability to print PDF this, to send this to a PDF. This is important at the end of an event so you can capture all of the documentation for your incident, for other accreditation requirements, and for your incident documentation. Additionally, you have the search feature here that you can search in the description fields. So if you remembered that there was a record earlier with the word bomb in it, you could type in the word bomb, hit search, and it would just bring back records with the description of bomb threat. So this is how you add new records into your activity log, but you'll notice we've got activity log records that are both titled statewide significant event and hospital significant event. If we come over to our control panel, hospitals have the ability and see in their control panel something called significant event-hospital. That will show just a filtered view of only the significant event that they have identified from their hospital. Again, only Alamance Regional Medical Center can see Alamance Regional Medical Center's significant events. This just gives you a new version of this board to be able to potentially put on a projector screen in the front of a command center. Again, these are the key items, the key events that leadership may be interested in seeing. Additionally, you'll note that everyone, including our EMS, public health, and state agencies, have the ability to see significant events statewide. And this gives them the ability to see a copy of the records in the activity log that people marked as a statewide significant event. So again, you still have the same information that's being shared here. These are just records that everybody wanted to see statewide. And again, this is a good view to put on potentially a projector screen or on a status monitor in the front of your command post to see the statewide significant events. Regardless of whether you are a hospital, an EMS agency, a public health agency, or one of our state partners, all individuals have the activity log in their control panel, and everyone has the opportunity to create an activity log record to document what you do during a disaster, and then at least the statewide significant event option to share that record statewide. Thank you very much for joining us on this video series to review the activity log in the North Carolina Healthcare WebEOC system.